push back Puppey away from that top rune, but back up the Eidolons can't really challenge that jungler.
Yeah, as soon as S4 gets this top rune, I think G just backs up and runs. Go to the jungle right now. You know, you're not certain where S4 is when it comes to his level 6 timing, but you know that it's soon. So I don't think it's worth it, unless FNG just decides to sit this mid lane.
You also have the potential smoke being run out to Puppey as well. You know, as soon as he gets level 6, he's probably going to be looking for at least one gank to use that ultimate. So I like the idea a lot of just sitting back, farming up your neutrals. Bottom lane here is Zai. He's got the surge, so he should be fine here. They're going to get a lot of damage out from Lil's nuke. Oh, he didn't actually pop it in time. Seems like the nighttime vision cost Lil the opportunity there. Don't think it would have killed anyway, as it was only level 3 assumption, but would have brought Zai close.
Yeah, and if you notice that G's just abandoned this mid lane, he knows that S4 is level 6 now. There's no reason to contest the lane. I think he learned off of that CTY Sumail matchup, where as soon as Sumail hits level 6, he just dives him. That's a really common thing to happen, and I think that was just CTY slipping up a little, but G's going to be smart about this. Guarantee that he gets level 6, so that the Queen of Pain can't just dive him and punish him and get that additional level on him. Gonna get level 6 with that. Just roll back to base.
Oh, Kuro's been caught here. DK Phobos hits him with the Fissure, and they need another right click. Kuro saving his own life with the shackles, but he'll die eventually. DK Phobos is the one to secure the last hit, and will be able to get himself not only the Tranquil Boots, but also the Soul Ring's going to be coming in soon for him. This really speeds up the farming time of the Airship.
Yeah, now the Storm Spirit, this is the benefit. You go to the jungle, you TP top, you can bottle your offlaner once, and then they can dive Arteezy if he wants. He's not level 6 yet. They've got the Fissure available. They're just going to set this up real nicely.
Yeah, the Chain Stun's easily going to overwhelm a squishy hero like Arteezy on that Luna. So free pickoff, things going quite well. Much better for Virtus.pro than they did in game number 1.
Yeah, and G can just sit up here for a little bit. He can rotate to the jungle if he wants. There is an Eidolon just watching that top room because he wants to secure it for S4, but
Illidan chose not to go for Global Silence here at level 6, instead went for the extra kill power of a level in Last Word, or maybe the Blaze of Wisdom, not sure which he leveled first. Why do you think that is? I mean, it would seem like as the safe lane farmer, that Global Silence is still going to be critical for Storm Spirit when he goes for these ganks.
I think it's just so that he has a little bit more lane control, but I think he should have at least gotten a level, because Puppey can just go for plays like this.
S4, yeah, he's going to pop both the ultimates there. They will be able to pick up that quick kill on G's Storm Spirit. Well worth the double ults.
Yeah, that slows down the momentum of the Storm Spirit so much, who has been relying on ganking to get farm, but still, VP's doing a really good job of keeping up with rotations. Luna's one of those heroes that is incredibly weak in the laning phase, and I mean, Kuro's playing probably one of the weakest supports from that level 2 region to level 5. Or
he has to dodge this Light Strike Array, will not be able to, and here comes the nuke. He gets popped real quick. Arteezy actually makes his rotation. He pops the ultimate.
They gotta get
lucky. They're going to stay grouped up together and try and fight up against Arteezy. The nuke's there. They get the kill, but S4, he has the double damage rune, gets the kill on Lil, and they get the stun. 3 kills for S4. Still, though, they picked up a kill on Zai as well as Arteezy's Luna. That's really going to set back that Luna quite a bit. It's not the worst thing in the world for VP.
I think it was Matt who I was talking to yesterday, and he said, the thing that's crazy about playing against the Queen of Pain is that you know you only have 2 or 3 seconds to start a gank, and then you're dead.
Light Strike Array lands on, and the chain stuns, and again, there's not much you can do. In a 2 versus 1 scenario, Shackles doesn't do anything for you.
Yeah, but S4, perfect rotations. That's that blink buff, you know. You TP to that bottom tier 1 tower, and you instantly come in every single time. It does so much damage.
6-4, 8 minutes in right now. Rather even game, of course. Secret are going to be a bit ahead in experience because of Puppey, primarily. He's always able to get that extra amount of XP through jungling. He's already level 8. Build-wise, we'll see what he goes for, as we don't see the remnants of a mech on either one of Puppey or Zai.
I think that you still go for a mech on... Oh, they actually just get another kill.
Beautiful pickup. Managed to get the silencer. S4 backs himself up a bit low, but they're going to be fine. VP are just going to focus on this tier 1 tower in the top lane. They know it's going to be trade-off. A little bit unfavorable for them, but still. Got to be what they focus on, especially with FNG still not having his level 6.
What's so dangerous right now is that G he's going to run into this timing where he's just going to fall really far behind this Queen of Pain, and what she decides to build is going to dictate a lot of what he's going to decide to build. That's why he's going to hold on to his gold for a little bit at least. He'll probably still go for the Soul Ring no matter what he goes for, but after that point, he just has to kind of hold on and wait. And it does look like that S4 is going to go for the Orchid, which could backfire. It's an incredibly offensive item, but if you just get global, then Delina gets a decent amount of farm. She can just blow you up instantly.
As your judgment at this place, God, he's got a decent amount of farm net worth-wise. He's actually second behind the Queen of Pain. Is this enough of a close gap for God to go for an Orchid of his own?
No, I think that as soon as he sees S4 have the Oblivion Staff, he should get something like the Yules. He's pretty far behind right now. If he rushes her for the Orchid, he's going to be probably 3 or 4 minutes behind, and they can't afford to just stay static on the map for 3 or 4 minutes without farming at all. And I just think it's more important for G to have that defensive capability in case he decides to go in, especially for the late game when the Queen of Pain eventually gets something like a BKB, and you can't just rely on the global silence.
Now, pushing down that bottom tower has actually opened the enemy jungle up to Team Secret. As you can see, Rise utilizing that one quite efficiently. We also saw Puppey and S4
they're going to dive top,
taking some of it. Jump in, Fisher leading the way. Arteezy looks like he's going to be popped here. They use the global silence just to make sure God is going to be fine. S4 comes in, silenced up. G does have enough for a TP out, and there's no stuns coming out from Team Secret. So free kill and a walk away from VP.
Yeah, and that's huge because how often do we see Arteezy at 0-3 and 3 right now? At this phase of the game, VP are finally one of the few teams to really just take it to him and contest that safe laner. Luna's a hero that's kind of similar to Gyrocopter, but at the same time, there's a lot of limitations. The hero relies on being able to 5-man group up, and he just doesn't have the farm to be able to do so. And oh, this is going to be sick timing right now because if S4 dies to this is going to slow him down so much.
Yang comes in, they manage to get the Fisher just ahead of the jump, double drops, but still not enough. S4 manages to get the blink away. It felt like it was going to be a really tough, like VP had to combo that perfectly. Fisher into both the familiars and the Echo Slam to follow it up, and that just didn't quite happen. Arteezy, he's smoked up. He actually runs into FNG here. They know someone is around. Meanwhile, S4 still managed to pick up the kill there on the Visage. Going back to that bottom lane, though, the Laguna Blade getting put out on Zai, brings him a little low. God has a lot of mana, jump for it, and will start going for Arteezy, locking him down. Beautiful choice. They do not want to let Arteezy get off his ultimate.
And that's a 4th death for Arteezy, and although S4 is snowballing really hard on this Queen of Pain, it's still a Queen of Pain. One of the limitations of the heroes, and what it makes it kind of more as like your strong hero, which is getting a lot of farm, is that she still doesn't have a lot of HP, and if you feed a 5-0 spree to somebody like a Stormstrider, all of a sudden they jump ahead of you. Right. So he has to be so careful about how he dives, and there's a lot of different heroes on the side of VP that can punish him. There's Global Silence, DK Phobos is getting closer and closer to his Blink Dagger. He has to be really careful at this phase of the game.
Despite what Kuro was doing there, he was actually stopping his wards from attacking the tier 1 tower with Catapult. It still brings it into the deny range, and Illidan will deny that tower. Secret also got the top tower in the process. Illidan, though, of course, was able to farm up those wards. Looks like he's going to be farming up the Rod of Atos, just like we saw from last game.
It's looking more and more likely that she is just going to go for the Bloodstone, but I would really just prefer him to go for even something like the Orchid or the Yule Scepter. He's just going to notice that S4 has such a quick Orchid. It's alright, it's done at 13 minutes. Essentially sub 13 minute Orchid right now. And this is just going to terrorize VP because there's very little that they can do to counter it. G's going to die right here.
Yeah, they jump in, already slowing him down with the silence there. They should be able to pick up the kill. Surge run forward, and sure enough, the Orchid pops. And G does go down. So now that they see that Orchid, it's been revealed. You said there was very little options that VP have to deal with an Orchid at this timing. What is one of the things that they can do?
They just kind of have to play the guessing game. Like, you counter-initiate wherever S4 decides to go.
Oh, Kuro. They needed a Fisher. There it is. DK Phobos finds it at the tail end of... He's actually going to get close to that Blink Dagger, which could be one of the ways they counter.
Oh, S4 is going to kill...
Yeah, they're going to try and chase him down, run him down the last right click. He managed to get him. DK Phobos running forward with the Echo Slam and slow down Puppey. In chance... No, he stunned up Arteezy from that Lucent Beam. And the Glimmer Cape picked up by Puppey allows him to get out. I was going to talk about that. The Glimmer Cape in conjunction with the mech will give a lot of teamfight possibilities for Secret. for some of their squishier heroes like Queen of Pain and Luna.
Yeah, at this point, Puppey is just kind of using the black hole as a threat more than actually using it. Use it in the early game a few times because you don't want the cooldown up, because it's kind of pointless to just hold on to it in the hopes that you get into a 5-man fight. Using it for pickoffs is perfectly fine, but in this phase of the game, you're just using the Drummer Cape.
Uh-oh, FNG runs right into S4. God's going to be there. He will have their turnaround. They need the familiars to drop. Global Silence going to become up as well, and S4 will go down with the help of FNG's nukes. Incredibly important kill, will slow down the Queen of Pain, and the plus side that FNG barely survives as well.
And that just gives G 800 gold. He's going to go for the Bloodstone right now. And I think this is just in response to the fact that he thinks the Global Silence is enough to lock him down. Also, he's got the Earthshaker with a Blink Dagger nearly completed, so he just wants to play for the ultra late game. There can be some repercussions for it if he decides to farm out solo, but this just means that he has to focus on his own jungle.
DK Phobos with the Tranquil Boots and Soul Ring build will spend a lot of his time farming up the jungle. He just needs another 400 gold or so, and he will have that Blink Dagger. Very critical for them to continue to shut down Arteezy, as well as pick off the squishier S4 Queen of Pain.
Yeah, Arteezy's still incredibly underfarmed right now. It's hard for him to just static farm in the jungle, or even do the Ancients, because he doesn't have Lifesteal or anything like that. They probably need something like a Smoked Roshan, and then drop the Mass Serpent Wards for it, for them to be able to get sufficiently ahead. So what I'd like to see right now is them just go for the Roshan as fast as they can, drop the Serpent Wards, and rely on the fact that there's no Global Silence, and that's exactly what they go for.
Yeah, but the ward is there. Barely spotted out some of the Team Secret heroes, but it was there. And the smoke up, this could be a prime opportunity for VP. This actually a beautiful Fisher block. Keeping two away from the Roshan pit, they're kind of separating these heroes, dodging around Puppey as best as possible, and trying and pop Kuro. God jumps in, going for that one. Laguna Blade gets laid out. They manage to bring a couple heroes low. God gets away with that Orchid. Oh, there goes FNG, getting blown up by S4's ultimate. Gets Illidan on the side as well as it blinks forward. Now the Black Hole controlling God while they finish up more heroes. Lil managed to get Arteezy towards the end as he's being chased down. God jumps forward ahead of S4, trying to get out of this one, but the Malphus is there, stunning him up, uses the Soul Ring for the last